Hello, thanks for joining me today, Chris from Barre Fitness Anytime, and we're gonna do a reformer workout, just footwork. That's it, just footwork. So set yourself up on your reformer for your footwork position, headrest down, because we're gonna do some hip rolls first to warm up. Let's get started, here we go. So go ahead and lie yourself down on your reformer. Make sure if you have a ponytail or bun that it is above your head, that you don't lie on it so your neck stays in a good position. So I have the camera in a different position so you can see my feet. So we're just going to start hip distance apart, just normal arches of your feet on the foot bar. Breathing here, open your shoulders to the ceiling, open those arms, inhale, exhale, push into in-print and peel the spine up one vertebra at a time, pushing into the foot bar. Try not to move the carriage at all. So kind of warm up through the thighs, hamstrings, glutes. Inhale at the top and then exhale, rolling down. Try not to move that carriage. And then reaching all the way down to neutral. Did I move? No, I didn't. Good. Inhale, exhale. Sometimes it's hard to tell, right? When you're hip rolling, it's like you feel like you're staying still, but sometimes you just move just a little bit, trying to press up. Make sure your neck stays out of it so you don't go up too high. Rolling down, stretching through that spine. I'm not breathing properly, but make sure you do. This is an inhale to prepare. Exhale and recruit the abdominals, and then lift all the way up. Keep exhaling, keep exhaling, keep exhaling. Exhale, exhale, exhale until you stop. Take an inhale. And then exhale, roll all the way down. So you can let your breath determine how high your hip roll goes. So inhale always to prepare. Exhale through the movement constantly. When you feel like you've expressed all of your air as much as you can, that's when you take a breath in and stop. And then exhale, rolling all the way down. Stretching, let's go one leg at a time. Pick one leg up in a tabletop. Inhale, exhale, hip roll up here. A little bit harder now, pushing that shin up to the ceiling. Inhale, and then exhale, hip rolling down. Stretching through that back, switch legs. Inhale. Exhale, hip roll. Whoa, try not to tilt at all, like I just did. Inhale, one side's always harder for me. Exhale, rolling down both legs together. Last time, you're gonna stay up there this time. Inhale. Exhale, hip roll up. Open shoulders, open chest. Keeping the knees over those toes, hold it here. Again, your neck is relaxed. I can move my head around, but don't. Keep your head in a neutral spine, in a neutral position. And I just want you to hip twist. So just drop the hips to the right, and then come center, hips to the left. And then come center, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, reaching the knees over toes. Lift, inhale. And exhale, feeling those hamstrings and the glutes, mostly the glutes, pushing the tailbone up to the ceiling so this is a posterior tilt here. You're really opening up through the front of the hips. And then one more. And then come center and then roll your spine down, stretching through your back. Let's just do a little twisting. Grab onto your shoulder rest, pick one leg up, then the other leg up. Your back is down, drop your knees over to one direction with the feet. Pull it center. Over to the other direction with the feet. Pull it center. And over, twist. And then center. And then over, twist. And then center. Go over to your first side. Hold it here. Stretch the legs long. Pull the abs in. Bend. Stretch them long. Stretch. And then bend. One more. Keeping both shoulder blades down on the carriage. And then pull it center. Over to the other direction with the feet. Abs in strong, lift, and then bend. And stretch. Oh, this side's so much harder for me. And one more. And then bend. Ooh, and then pull them to the middle. Good job. Bring the feet down. Let's just do normal foot position. Parallel, about hip distance apart. Remember, you're a little bit more narrow. We're not hip width, it's hip distance. So you're directly in line with your sit bones. You're not wide. You're in line with your sit bones. So your knees are maybe 2-3 inches apart, that's it. No wider than that. Find a good comfortable position on the foot bar. Neutral spine. I'm gonna lift my head rest up just a little bit, and here we go, pressing out. Pulling through those quadriceps and bend. So you're isolating the movement at the hip joint and bend. Pressing out, pulling in, fighting that carriage. Inhale, inhale. You could also exhale on the pressing out. whatever feels comfortable, just breathe, right? Just breathe. Make sure it's one breath in, one breath out. Tighten through those quads, trying to feel your knees directly in line with the center of your foot. So you're not leaning to your big toe, you're not leaning to your pinky toe. I feel like I'm supinating just a little bit. I'm going to push into my arch of my foot just a little bit, just to recruit that a little bit more. So you can feel the pressure on your feet, on the foot bar, and kind of even that out. And press it out. Just footwork, so we're going to do more than the usual 10 to 12 reps in the beginning. Keeping that neutral spine, so no movement in that pelvis at all. No movement, just an isolation hinge at the hip. Ankles are working, knees are working, hips. Let's do 3, and pull in, and 2. Thighs are warm, and a 1. Pull it in here, just hover just above that stopper, little pulses here. So like up 3 inches, down 3 inches, up 3 inches, down 3, up 3, down 3. Getting that nice little burn. Engage the core about 20%. Think of the belly button pressing to the spine, but the spine, the low spine is not touching the carriage. If you can help it, depends on the position, the natural position of your spine. But in a neutral spine, you want that lumbar curve in your low back present. Connect through the ribs, which I wasn't. So make sure those ribs are connected in front. I am a rib popper. That is me. That is my issue. That is what I have to think about all the time. Pressing out and pulling down. Pressing out and pulling down. Oh, nice little quad burn. Yes, 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. 1 more. Push it all the way out. Stretch. Never pushing to the backs of those knees. And then bend all the way in. Nice work. Let's go to tie heel. Toes on, high heel. Still in that neutral alignment of the thighs from the hip joint. Here we go. Lift out. Keep the heels high. Bend in. Keep the heels, try to keep them steady in space so they don't move from here. Try to feel that steadiness of that ankle joint. Push out and pull in. Press out and pull in. Enjoying the movement. Footwork typically is not meant to be fast. Okay, so we go nice and slow because you want to feel the movement and the recruiting of the front of the quads, pulling up that kneecap from the front, keeping the neutral spine, lengthening your back, pulling it in, keeping the core engaged at that low level, pressing and pulling. Keep breathing. Inhale and exhale, or you can exhale and inhale. I typically like to exhale on the exertion. If you inhale on the press out, it's a little bit more advanced. It's a little bit more true to the original. And come in. Press and pull in. Whoo, ankles are tired. Again, feel all 5 toes on that foot bar. So you keep an even pressure from the pinky toes to the big toes. Pulling in. Last couple. Notice I didn't give you a number, did I? Let's say 4. And in. Last 2. Neutral. And then the last one, hold it here. Lower and lift the heels. Calf raises. Lift them up. Lower and lift. And try to feel that alignment of those ankles. So you're pressing up evenly right in the middle of that foot. If you have to, you can lift your head up and watch your ankles and make sure that they're going straight. I have had a problem with my left ankle where it wants to kind of sickle or push out to the outside as I do this. So I'm really trying to force that ankle, that left ankle, to go nice and straight over that foot and stay nice and in line. And again, you're not pushing to the backs of the knees. Keep those knees just a little bit soft. 4, 3, 2, oh, it's burning. And 1, lift, hold it here, bend and come all the way, and you're in high heel still. Little pulses here, nice and low to the stopper. High heel. Woohoo. Pressing down. Watch those ribs, Chris. Keep those ribs connected. Pressing down. Burn through those thighs. Oh yeah, it's getting warm. It feels great. Make sure they're nice and parallel, nice and even. Pressing down for 4 and 3, nice burn, 2 and 1, press it all the way out, stretch, lower the heels under the foot bar, push them under, give a little stretch here, and now let's do a little running. So lift both heels up, bend one knee, push the heel under, opposite heel under, switch, lift both heels up and switch. So I want you to switch at the top and then bend. Switch at the top. So it's a one-legged calf press. It's really hard as that heel's pushing under to push that heel up high and bend. And bend. Woohoo, lift. And again, here, you want to make sure that your knees don't open to the side like that and your hips go all wonky. Okay, so keep it nice and even. Again, still stay parallel. So you're getting, that's one reason why I go nice and slow, so you feel that perfect alignment of your hips and the thighs. Lower and lift, lower. What side do we start on? I'm not sure. Let's do 4. I think I started on this side. 3 and lift, 2 and lift, 1. Okay, now push both heels under here. Make sure your feet are comfortable in this. I had to move my feet just a little bit just to get them on the pads of my toes, so pads of my balls of my feet, so it feels comfortable for my foot. Just stretching here. Now what I want you to do is push your heels under the foot bar and bend your knees, but watch the alignment of those knees again. Make sure you bend perfectly straight. Push the heels under, get a good deep soleus stretch. So stretching through that low calf. Coming all the way in. Now, push the heels under to press the carriage out. Push the carriage out. Pressing the heels under, pressing the heels under, pressing the heels under. Again, think of that neutral alignment of the knees, of the hips, of the thighs, and bend. Coming all the way in, pushing the heels under. And press out. Push the heels under the foot bar. Yay. Stretch. And then the last one coming all the way in. Nice. That was perfect work. Open up to a second position. Stretch out the ankles just a little bit, open to second position, and let's flex the feet. So you're pulling the heel, you're putting the heels up on the foot bar. Pull those toes back. Don't go too wide, not yet. Keep those legs right like that. Flex those feet, push out. Push and bend in. You could make this a little bit heavier if you want to ever heavy it up. On this part, just when I was talking, blah, 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 talking, you could have added another half a spring or another spring, because there's more leg muscles working here to press you out. So this could be a little bit heavier, and I like to do this with my clients in private sessions. I will make this wide second position a little bit heavier. Press out, come on in. And feel where the pressure of that heel is. Make sure it's right in the center of that heel. Pull it in. Press out and pull in. Still trying to recruit the top of the kneecap, right in the low quads. Tops of the knees, low quads. Pull in. Press out. Woo-hoo, feeling those ankles, right? A lot of ankle work. Flexing those toes. Keeping those toes flexed. Pressing out. Pulling in. One more. Press out. Hold it here into the stopper. Little pulses here. Pulling down. Up 3, down 3, up 3, down 3, keeping that neutral spine. We haven't moved at all from that neutral. No matter how we change our leg position, we haven't moved from the neutral at all. Pressing out. Ho, ho, ho. Feel those inner thighs, quadriceps. Now I'm also just a little bit tired because I just did a bar class. So this would be good even, if you've just did a bar class or some other workout, just to get a little more work for your thighs. Yes. Calorie burners, that's what these are, calorie burners. You burn more fat by creating more muscle. Muscle burns fat. And that's what we want, muscle, strong thighs. Pressing down for 5 more, and 4, and 3, and 2. Press it all the way out. Stretch, push, and then come all the way in. Nice. Giving just a little bit of a break. Shake the legs out. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Come to a first position now. So now you're in a little Pilates V. And again, just like the balls of the feet on. Heels are together. Toes are on still. All 5 toes are trying to be on that foot bar. So make sure those pinky toes are up. Just the balls of the feet. Heels are a little bit lifted. Thighs are a little bit externally rotated. Press out. Squeeze those inner thighs and bend in. Neutral spine. Press and bend. Hinge at the hip. Break right here, right at the hips. You can put your hands on your hips and feel that bending right there and the stability of the pelvis, the not moving of the pelvis. That's what I meant to say, the not moving. The stability, yes, absolutely. It is stable. It is not moving. Like Pilates instructors love to say, you pretend you have a little bowl of soup here and it's not going forward or backward. So it's staying really steady. I like to say wine. Pretend like you got a really nice glass of wine here and you don't want to tip that wine at all. And press and squeeze, knees out. Feel those inner thighs. All 5 toes, pull it in. Let's do 2, squeeze, and come in, 1 more. And a squeeze, and pull it in here, little pulses down, pulsing down. And down. Steady through the ankles, so don't move through those ankles. Try to really steady those feet. Feel that. I see this all the time with clients. They're moving through the ankles here, so you're kind of like pulsing like this. That's not what we want. Keep it steady and try to move just from the knees and the hips. Nice and steady. And I hope I'm keeping them steady. I think I am. Squeeze those heels together like you've got a bug in between your heels. Pressing down. Woohoo. Oh, nice burn. Press down. Feel those outer hips for 4 and 3 and 2 and press all the way out. Now we're going to hold it here. Stay here and I want you to do a small bend. Small bend and stretch. Small bend, not even halfway in. Think of like a third of the way. Push away, bend, press away, and bend. Again, try to really engage just above that kneecap. Press tight, bend, press tight, and bend. Press tight, and bend. Keep those heels really steady. Stretch out for 4. Press, and 3. Press, and 2. La, and a 1, push, and then bend and come all the way in. Nice work. Okay, let's go to a little sideline work now. Shaking the legs out. Come over to your side. I will face you first. So you're on your side. You can, if you have, I'm going to put my headrest down. If you have a little pillow, or I use the balls sometimes for like a little head pillow, you can by all means do that. Shoot your arm through. Oh, goodness gracious. Hold on 1 second. Bring your carriage tension level down because you don't want to do heavy tension on this exercise, sideline work, 1 leg. So what you're going to do is bring it down. I'm going to go to 2 red. That was on 3 red for my normal double leg footwork. 2 red is fine. Coming down, leg goes through the head rest, shoulder rest. If that feels okay on the shoulder underneath you. And you're just resting that head. The hand can be right on that shoulder rest right here. Bottom knee will be straight, bottom leg is straight. And the front leg is a little bit more in front than back because you want to watch that bend, that flexion of that knee. So keep it a little more in front here. Keep a hand on that shoulder rest. Now lift up your bottom waist and push the carriage away. Push away and slowly bend it in. And press away and slowly bend it in. So you're in a neutral spine here, sideways. All right, so I have my bottom waist lifted up. I can put my fingers underneath my bottom waist with no problem. So even if you can't do that, what I want you to feel is that there's no pressure on that bottom waistband, okay? So there's no pressure down there. Still watch the alignment of that knee. It is going straight down, straight forward. Don't let it veer off to the ceiling at all. Make sure it goes straight in front of you and feel this hip. Press, feel the hip. So think about this coming down. Push away, strength, coming down, control. Push away, strength, coming down, control. 2 more, because this is hard. 1 more, and it's a single leg. And then come all the way in. Now you're going to rotate out. Turn out now, knees up to the ceiling. Again, lift that bottom waist up. Hand on the shoulder rest, shoulder block, or hand can be in front if you want to. Toes on, foot is on still, knees up to the ceiling. Still square your hips. So the challenge for a lot of people is this pops you back onto your butt. So keep your body weight forward, really externally rotate that top leg. Here we go, press it away. Pull it in, knee goes to the ceiling. Push, and in, and press. And in, feeling this outer hip, right? Knee goes right to the ceiling. Waist is lifted up still. Belly's in from the front. Hips are stacked and square and stable. They do not move. Push away. Pull it in. Oh, my legs are just shot. And we're so not done. Pull it in. And a breath. And pull. Ah. And a breath. And pull. Let's dig into this one a little bit more. Hold it in here to the bottom stopper right there. Little pulses here for 10. 1. I'll count. 2. And 3. And 4. Up 3, down 3. And 5. And 6. Don't push too much into the shoulder rest, right? Holding yourself with your core. 8, I think. 9. Last one. 10. One more. Push it all the way out. Stretch. And then come all the way in. Nice work. Take that knee, drop it over in front, and just give yourself a little rotated stretch here. Pushing that knee down. Just stretch through that hip. Oh my goodness. And we flip to the other side. Whew. Nice work. Coming to the other side. Same position. Arm is through. And you are comfortable. Leg is underneath that foot bar. Comfortable. Other leg, other foot is a little more in front. Watching that knee, nice straight foot. Relax your head and chest and lift up that bottom waist. Here we go. Push it away, pull it in, and press. Watching that bottom leg so it doesn't rub on your platform. So you got to keep it up. Whoa, this is my wonky side. So I feel like I'm so off, but it does not look like I am. Nice and even. Again, your spine is super straight here. So from the tailbone to the head, you should try to make it in one long neutral position. So I'm letting that little curve be present in my low back. Press away, pull it in, and press. Woohoo! This is even a lot of work for me for my outer shin. So if you're feeling this in your outer shin, know that I am too. Press and pull, and press and pull. Many times when you're doing an exercise and you are in good alignment and you're feeling it in a place where maybe I don't say, or maybe most people don't feel it, I like to say you feel it where you need it. So maybe this exercise does make a lot of sense for this, because when I'm feeling it in my shin, I twisted this ankle really, really badly in 2005. And it's always given me issues. Press away. Pull it in. So that's why this outer shin is just screaming at me right now. Press away. So I really need this. And press. Pull it in. 2 more. Push and pull in. And I really feel my hip. 1 more. And come on in. Nice. Now it's laterally rotate. So this side of me is just all messed up, which means I need this work. Okay, keeping that waist lifted up from underneath. The knee is up to the ceiling. You are laterally rotated in that left thigh or in the other leg, whichever one you are on. Here we go. Press away. Lift up that bottom leg. Pull the knee to the ceiling. And press. Pull it in. Keep your waist lifted up and pull. So you're keeping your core nice and tight. And in. Wow. There's a lot of work on this left leg and this left hip. And press. Pull it in. And press. Think about the glute squeeze just a little bit in this outer hip. And pull in. Stack those hips. Don't lean back to the meat of your butt. Lean forward. Think your core is in strong from the front and from the bottom. You're lifting that waist up. Woohoo. And press. And in, reaching out, pulling in, reaching out and pulling in, and then 1 more reach out, hold it in here, little pulses for 10, up 3, down 3, 1, and 2, and 3, oh my goodness, and 4, keep going, and 5, and 6, ay, 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 and 7, and 8, knees up to the ceiling, 9, and 10, press it all the way out 1 last time, and then come all the way in with control. Wow. Drop that knee over to the side, give that hip a little bit of a stretch. Oh, does this side need it? Where I didn't feel the stretch on the first side, I so do on this side. Whew. Breathing and stretching. And now come on off. Let's stay on 2 springs and do a little back hamstring work. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna come down to your hands and knees. Keep the foot bar at that position, hands and knees. I mean, if you have a shoulder rest like this, you can take your hands and put them in front like this, so it gives you a little bit of leverage against the reformer, or you can grab onto the handles. If you have a reformer like I do, you can do that. But you definitely need some resistance, a little more resistance up here than just holding on like this. That will be too hard on your hands after a while. So go ahead and pick your position. You can also hold it like this, but that's going to be a little bit achy on the wrist after a while too. So I would suggest coming down a little bit more like that. Okay, square your hips. Make sure your knees are right underneath your hip joints. So you're around right about there, and you're going to take your first leg, okay, not the one we just did, but the other one, and put on that foot bar. Let's do toes on high heel. So toe on high heel, really lift that heel up, and here we go. Push away and pull it in. Now you can see how you need that pressure on that reformer up here to keep it in control. Push away. Keep the core in. Neutral spine, keep your head lifted. Press and pull. And squeeze that glute. Oh yeah. Yes, 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 yes. And in. We'll have to do a nice stretch after this, right? And press. One more, hold it out. Stay here. Lower and lift the heel. Lift up one. Lift up two. Core is in. Upper body's working. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then come all the way in. Yes. Switching legs. Woohoo, that was a lot of work. Upper body as well to really stabilize through those shoulders. Okay, high heel. Again, make sure you're in a good alignment. High heel. And here we go. Press it out. Push out. Pull in. Whoa. Feels completely different. Press. And press. I love the human body. I think this is just amazing. And press. Oh. Oh. And press. Woohoo. Keeping that heel high. Push. And press. Yeah. Good job. Keep going. Push it out. Last one. Hold it out here. Stay. Lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Lift and come all the way in. Wow. Woohoo. Sit back. Give your shoulders a little bit of a stretch here. Lean back. Stretch out your back as well. That was a lot of work on the core, a lot of work on the lower body, a lot of work everywhere. Let's give ourselves a stretch. Good work, everybody. Coming off the reformer, take away a spring off. So just come to one spring. Let's do a nice easy stretch. Come to the side of the reformer, put a leg off to the side if this feels comfortable for you. Rotate out, and I just want you to stretch here. Woo, this feels really good. So the knee, toes are going up to the ceiling. Watch this knee out to the side. Make sure it doesn't, clunk against this foot bar too much. Just stretching here. Bring it in, and come on up, press it out. Bend and press. Stretching, nice. And come on in, inner thigh, good. Flip it over, stretch, hamstring, front, glute, hamstring up here, and then hip flexor, quadricep for the back. Come on in, lift, and press, bend. Bend this front knee, don't bend the back one. Keeping the chest up and lift. If this feels okay on the back. If it's too much on your spine, you can come forward. So just kind of lengthen out this angle rather than, really having it nice and sharp here. So whatever's comfortable for your back, pressing out. And now slowly bend that knee as you bring the carriage in and bend your back. Give it a stretch here. Flip to the other side. Now I'm sorry, I won't face you. And I have to switch the springs. First, inner thigh. Knees up to the ceiling and just press out. Woo. Again, watch that knee against that foot bar. If you have a reformer like mine, pressing out, stretching, coming in. Your hand can even be on that carriage. If this feels good, I feel pretty flexible on this side. Pressing out, feeling that inner thigh stretch, that inner hamstring, inner quadricep stretch, high adductor stretch, everything. And now come on in, and then switch, flip it over. Eve's lunge, runner's split stretch, whatever you want to call it. It is the same thing. Push that leg strong behind you and press back. Stretching here, hamstring glute from the front. You can straighten it. Quadricep hip flexor from the back leg. Bend and lift. And again, watching that back, making sure your chest is up, or it can be down to take a little bit of pressure off that low back. Low back and mid back, that would be a lot in arch and even up into the mid back. So whatever's comfortable for that spine. Lift, one more. Getting a good stretch through that hip joint, because we worked it safely with control. And then come on in. Nice. Good work. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead and press out again. Do it again. I forgot. Press out. Tuck. Round. Come in. Oh, bending. Coming all the way and getting a good stretch through that back. Yay. Oh, shake it out. Go ahead and have a seat. Take a breath in. Lift the arms up to the ceiling. Exhale. Press the air down. One more. Inhale, lift. Nice footwork section. Exhale, lower. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you again. Comment below and let me know what you think. Bye-bye.